Back to Trey's Auto. I'm Trey, and let's look at 2025 Mazda 3 hatchback versus 2025 Mazda CX-30. In the compact market, we're going to see which one is the better fit for you. Now, here we go. Let's take a look. And here they are, two carbon edition Mazdas. On the left we have the CX-30, and the right we have the Mazda 3 hatchback. Let's compare each vehicle in pricing and drivability and features and see which is a better fit for you in the compact market. Do you go compact hatchback, or do you go compact crossover SUV? Starting off with the Mazda CX-30 in the polymetal gray. The carbon edition is a really great package. As you'll see, it has the black wheels, very pretty polymetal color. Here's the Mazda 3 in the polymetal as well. The hatchback with the black wheels just like the CX-30. Comparable packages here. There's the hatchback. Just overall really great package. Starting at the front of the Mazda CX-30, you have the Mazda logo in the center. Their signature grille, plastic lower valence there, LED headlights, chrome that goes around the grille, intersecting into the headlights. On the front of the Mazda 3 hatchback, you have the Mazda logo, the Mazda grille that is plastic on the bottom. You'll notice no chrome but blacked out around the grille and intersecting into the headlights, which are LED as well. CX-30, you have a 18-inch aluminum painted wheel, 215 by 55. On the Mazda 3 hatchback, you have a 18-inch painted aluminum wheel in black. You have a tire size of 215 by 45. On the CX-30, we have black painted mirrors. We have side rails that are chrome. You'll notice plastic trim on each fender. Going around to the back, we have the Mazda logo, CX-30 on the left, all-wheel drive below it, and Skyactiv G on the right. You have dual exhaust with a plastic rear bumper. On the Mazda 3, painted mirrors that are black, no side rails, and at the rear on the hatchback liftgate, you have the Mazda logo in the center, Mazda 3 on the left, all-wheel drive below it, and Skyactiv G on the right. You have dual exhaust as well, and you do have a black painted bumper. Detail lights for both. The Mazda CX-30 has an overall length of 173 inches, a width of 71 inches, and a height of 62 inches. On the Mazda 3 hatchback, you have an overall length of 175.6 inches. You have a width of 70.7 inches and a height of 56.7 inches. Overall wheelbase is 107.3 inches, while the CX-30 has a wheelbase of 104.4 inches. Under the hood of the Mazda CX-30, you have a Skyactiv G 2.5 liter engine producing 191 horsepower and 186 pound-foot of torque. There is a Skyactiv 2.5 liter turbo engine that is also available that produces 250 horsepower and 320 pound-foot of torque. Both are all-wheel drive, as all-wheel drive is standard on all Mazdas. It is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy on the non-turbo engine is 24 city, 31 highway with a combined of 26. hood struts as you have a prop rod for the hood. The hood of the Mazda 3 hatchback, you have a prop rod as well, no hood struts. You have a 4-cylinder 2.5 liter engine producing 191 horsepower and 186 pound-foot of torque, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. You can also get a 6-speed manual as well. All-wheel drive is standard. Fuel economy is 27 city, 35 highway. The Mazda 3 is available in a 2.5 turbo as well, boosting it to 227 horsepower. Let's pop the lift gate on the CX-30. Electronic release there. Here's our interior here. We have a cargo mat, 4 mats as well. Get this out of the way. Under here we have a spare tire. As far as cargo capacity goes, you're looking at 20.2 cubic feet of space. With the second row folded down, you're looking at 45.2 cubic feet of space. At the back of the Mazda 3 hatchback, we're going to hit the button. Here is our cargo area here. We have rubber mats, rubber rear mats, spare tire under there as well. Now, as far as cargo capacity goes, you're looking at 20.1 cubic feet of space. Now, with the rear seat down, you have 47.1 cubic feet of space, which is very similar numbers. The rear door of the CX-30, we have all pretty much hard plastic throughout. Nothing out of the ordinary. A small area for a bottle of water, maybe 2. Here's our red leather interior, which is a really nice feature on the Carbon Edition. It's really a good value car with a lot of nice features. Let's hop in. You'll notice you have a moonroof. No rear seat pocket on the driver's. Passenger does have a seat pocket. You do have rear AC vents, which is really nice as well. You're looking at 36.3 inches of legroom back here. You have 38.3 inches of headroom back here, which has got a nice little rise in the roof there after you get past the moonroof, and it's very comfortable back here. The seats are nice. It's really not a bad ride at all. I could go some distance even at my height. So overall, a really nice second row for a compact SUV. Here we are on the second row of the Mazda 3 hatchback. You have hard plastic here, some soft touch here with some red trim stitching there, some soft touch right here, cup holders, maybe 2, about the same, not much different there. And here's our red interior with the leather. Fold the rear seat down, we hit the button right there, and it folds like so, almost flat. Very similar in the CX-30 as well. Let's hop in. Here we have a moonroof as well. Sitting in the second row of the the Mazda 3 hatchback, it definitely feels more cramped in leg room and headroom. You have 35.1 inches of rear legroom back here, which is pretty similar to the Mazda CX-30, kind of close. It's just, I think the angle of the seat position kind of makes it feel a little more cramped back here. You also do not have any rear vents, which is definitely a negative. You have a rear seat pocket here, and none on the driver's, just like the CX-30. And you have 36.5 inches of headroom, and it definitely feels more cramped. My head's hitting the roof, and just less visibility, and not as a comfortable ride back here, for sure as well, which is kind of to be expected. Here we are on the driver's door of the Mazda CX-30. Hard plastic here, soft touch here and here. It's a nice glossy black around the window controls and mirror controls. There's our locks and unlocks, and we have a nice size storage area for 2 or 3 bottle water. Going around to the Front row, we have the leather seats, power driver's seat only, which is really nice to see. We have memory seat settings for the driver's seat as well, which is really awesome. We are behind the wheel of the Mazda CX-30 polymetal gray carbon edition. I'll start it up, foot on the brake. There we go. We have nice regular gauges here. Fuel gauge on the right. Water temperature. Miles per hour in the center there. Tachometer on the left. Going back to the steering wheel. Mazda logo in the center. Nice leather wrapped. We have volume, source controls, Bluetooth connectivity, and the info button we can toggle through. We can change the center stack around a little bit with the drive information. We can do a digital miles per hour, and there's our CX-30 tail lights ready to roll. Over here, we have our adaptive cruise control, our cruise control settings, and our cruise on and off switch there. You'll notice we have dual zone climate control as well, and heated seats, which is really nice at this price point. We'll get to that in a few. Going down, we have shifter. Going up to the reverse camera, nice resolution there. No trajectory lines. Here's our infotainment kind of controls here. The center to the infotainment center as well. We have auto hold, park brake, our favorites button, volume button, and we have navigation button if equipped. Not on this one, it's not, but and then we have return, home button, and button. We hit that to go to our music. And here we have an 8.8-inch color display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capabilities. We toggle down on the toggle down here. We have information, and we go there. Fuel efficiently, vehicle status monitor, entertainment. We can go and it'll do our stations, whichever one we're on. Communication for the Bluetooth connectivity, navigation if equipped. If we don't have the car, we're going to see that on all Mazdas. We go back. Settings, which we have in-vehicle display, sound settings, safety settings, vehicle settings, connectivity settings, system settings as well. That's pretty much it for the infotainment screen. We have, it is not touchscreen. We have Android Auto. We toggle up and down for Apple CarPlay, whichever phone we have there. Here we are behind the wheel of the Mazda 3 hatchback. Let's start up, foot on the brake. Here we are, very similar to the CX-30, nothing really changed here. Fuel on the right, engine temperature right beside it, our miles per hour on the center there, tachometer on the left. And to the steering wheel, we have the Mazda logo in the center, leather wrapped, and the same as well with our volume buttons, source buttons, Bluetooth connectivity, info button, which we toggle through that as well. Nothing different there. And we have our cruise control switch settings and adaptive cruise control there. 8.8-inch touchscreen as well, or not, excuse me, not touchscreen, just 8.8-inch color display. Nothing is really different on there. We have information, entertainment, communication, navigation settings. We've seen that before. We have heated seats as well. Dual zone climate control. Our cup holders are in the same spot. Down here our parking brake, auto hold, and our toggle that goes up, down, left, and right, and then twist, navigation if it had it. Turn button, home. Radio controls, and then our volume and our favorites. Console's the same as well with 2 USB-C ports, and it's a little not as deep as this is the CX-30, but very functional nonetheless. Here we are behind the wheel of the Mazda CX-30, and we're going to start with this one. For the ride quality, we're not going to see a whole lot of difference, but my main thing for me, being as tall as I am, is this car just, I have a little more headroom, and my legs feel a little more comfortable with the seating position, with a little more height there. But with this regular engine, 2.5 liter engine, it definitely has enough power. The turbo is definitely more fun to drive, but this one is still very fun to get behind the wheel of it. As far as the handling goes on the 30, just really easy to steer, no corrections need to be made, hits bumps very nice, easy turn on the wheel, just a really nice driving experience. It'd be a really fun car to take on a really curvy road. Price wise, you're looking at like $33,000 for this Carbon Edition, but you're really getting a lot of features for that price. You're getting the leather and the heated seats, and it's just really a good price point vehicle. The good thing about this 6-speed automatic, it's never really hunting for gears. You don't have a ton of gears to shift through, and it's not trying to find its own in that aspect. And this car really rides like a luxury car in the way it handles, which is another really nice positive. Mazda just brings a lot of quality to their products, and it definitely shows in a really entry-level vehicle at the $33,000 mark. The last thing I want to do with the CX-30 is do a little acceleration test, and we're going to do that as soon as we make this turn here. Just a really nice riding vehicle, and here we go. Let's get on the throttle. Just plenty of power. It's not gonna, it's more torquey than anything else. It kind of, once it gets to that rev band, it really kicks in. But as far as instant power, it takes a little bit of, it's got a little bit of lag time, as you can say, but it's definitely there, and it's definitely enough power, especially for a good daily driver that we have here. The MSRP on the CX-30 is a little lower than I said. It's $31,990 for the Carbon Edition CX-30. Here's the window sticker on the Mazda 3 Carbon Edition hatchback, and it is $32,620. A little more than the CX-30 on equally equipped options. And here is the window sticker. Feel free to pause the video if need be. Keys on both vehicles are the same. Lock, unlock, panic button. You have a entry key inside this panel right here in case the battery was dead. So nothing different on both models when it comes to that. Let's drive the Mazda 3 and see how it handles. Now this being a little pricier than the CX-30, which kind of surprises me. I feel like they should be right on the money with the way the features are. Maybe a little more on the CX-30. I feel like you're getting a little more vehicle as far as cargo capacity, which is similar, but there's a few aspects of it, and the height and legroom in the rear. But as far as driving, they both drive great. The Mazda 3 definitely has more of a handling aspect as it's lower to the ground. You have a little more tire noise to go with that. You have a little skinnier tire as far as the width goes. Both have 6-speed automatics. The ride quality is a little bumpier. It's not quite as refined, but if I'm a car person, I'm definitely not gonna steer clear of this. It's definitely in line and better than a lot of the compact hatchback and sedans on the market in today's. Good feature in both models. You have blind spot monitoring. I love Mazda's system there where it does beep at you when there's a car beside you. lot just flash, but at least the beeping helps me out a lot on the road. It's definitely a nice added feature that they bring to the table. Just a very easy, nice car to handle. And so let's check out the acceleration here. Here we go on the throttle here. So with the acceleration, it does feel like it has more instant power than the CX-30, and then kind of levels off more into the RPM band. So I feel like you got more instant power out of the 3, and then more instant power out of the 30. With the CX-30, it just has a little lag, and then it kicks in with the torque. So that's kind of my opinion with the 2 engines made to this car. Even though they're similar in horsepower and torque, that's kind of how they feel, in my opinion. But overall, both vehicles drive really nice. Characteristics wise, they are a little different in the handling. The Mazda 3 is a little easier to drive as far as handling, but the ride's a little rougher. The 30 has more visibility, in my opinion, and a smoother ride, but doesn't handle quite as good with the center of gravity. Even though it's not a whole lot of difference in the ride height, there is some, and enough to be noticeable. The 2025 Mazda 3 hatchback and CX-30 in the Carbon Edition trim, polymetal gray with the red interior, are very similar vehicles, but are different in a lot of ways. The ride quality is a little different, and handling is a little different in both vehicles, but as far as the fit and finish and what you get, they're very similar, with a few tweaks on the outside, like the glossy black on the Mazda 3 and not on the CX-30. Tire size is very similar, a little different in the tire width, but overall you're getting all the same features in the car. As far as the second row, you got a little better leg room and height and headspace in the CX-30 compared to the Mazda 3 hatchback, which is considerable, understandable. And price-wise, the CX-30 is a little cheaper than the Mazda 3, which kind of surprises me, in my opinion. I feel, in my opinion, if I was going to choose between the 2 vehicles, I would go CX-30 for my height and just overall driving, easier getting out of it for someone tall like me. But for a true driving enthusiast, I would probably say Mazda 3 is your best bet. I really appreciate you checking out the video and the comparison on the 2025 Mazda 3 and 2025 CX-30 in the Carbon Edition trim. I hope you found it enjoyable and got some good information out of it. Please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell for notifications on all the content we have coming out in the future. Have a great one.